Okay, so my TED Talk is going to be called Too Much for Too Little, and you're going to find out in a few minutes why it's called that. So let's start by, anyone raise your hands if you're taking at least 3 AP classes next year. 3? Okay, well obviously stress is going to be right around the corner for us next year, so whenever I go around, I see sophomores signing up for 3, 4, 5, even 6 AP classes. And it frustrates me the most when I see that the AP classes that they're taking doesn't even relate to what they want to do in the future. So you would ask why they would do that. Well, the answer would be this: colleges. So people just do everything right now in high school just to put it on the college apps. I want to take AP Bio, but what do I want to do? I don't know. I want to be a historian, so I think AP Bio. So most of the time, people who do that, they're just locking themselves up in the rooms, and they lack depth and character. When in high school, I'd rather, if I had a choice, I would not hang out with those people, because high school is supposed to be a time when you encounter people who give you a rounded perspective on life, when you get foreign ideas from other cultures, other people who are actually mature and can form their own ideas. So for myself, I try not to stress out a lot about a lot of the things that I'm doing right now, and I feel like my life is happier compared to people who are taking AP Chem, for example. That's something I would never do because they're being tortured. So I see almost every single student in my class though, including me sometimes, occasionally stressed. I mean, you can't avoid stress in high school. So stress is a disruption in the prefrontal cortex area of teenagers, which is already immature. It helps regulate behavior and understanding future consequences. So when stress comes in, it disrupts the prefrontal cortex area and it disrupts our behavior, and we lack understanding of our future consequences of our actions. So if that area of teenagers is already immature, let alone when stress comes in, we find stress as teens more stressful than adults. So a study has shown that 30% of students had an episode of depression within their high school career, and 50 to 75% deal with anxiety, impulse control, and hyperactivity disorders. But the problem is not only that we're stressed out about classes that we're taking, we're stressed out about classes that we're taking and we're not even interested in. If students did something they're passionate about, they would go above and beyond to excel in their passion. This quote from New York Times said, when the Washington Post disabused parents of the top 10 college admission list, number 1 was the colleges wanted well-rounded students, but that was wrong. It explained the word that they often use is passion. So apparently, passion is actually more important than well-rounded, because, I mean, if you wanted to be well-rounded, you would just do everything that you don't like, but you would just be average at all of them. But if you actually do something in passion, then you would be more pointed at something that you actually want to do, and it's something that you're actually going to love and be less stressed out about if you do some things that you're not interested in. So for example, I personally do band. I feel it has a lot of people, various personalities, various maturity levels, various intelligence levels, and those people are definitely more interesting, and they make 200 hours of rehearsals actually fun. So AP classes should get the exact same feeling. For example, I want to be something that's related to law or history, so whenever I go to AP World History, I look forward to learning something that I am going to benefit from in the class. So unlike when I go to math class, for example, when I frown and I'm bored and I keep counting the minutes till the class ends because it's something I'm not interested in, and it definitely takes up a chunk of my time. So that chunk of my time that's taken from math, I would use it into practicing my instrument, or researching stuff that I actually want to do, or doing my hobbies like reading. I haven't read in forever. The only thing that actually forced me to read is outside novel. So the problem is though that colleges look for much more, and the application process would show that on you. So if you're a person who's insincere and just takes too many AP classes just for the heck of it, the application process will definitely show that. Besides, some colleges, especially the Ivies, they don't take AP credits. So I mean, they don't take AP credits because they starting to not like them because they feel like it's just not right for you. And something that I'm going to show is why they do that. So from the Dean of Admissions of Stanford and Harvard, they say that there are people who are out of college out of gas, says the Dean of Admissions at Harvard, It's crazy for students to think in lots that they must take 4 or 5 or even 6 AP classes because colleges demand it. And the Dean of Admissions at Stanford says, one thing we're trying to do is dispel the myth that a curriculum loaded to the brim with AP courses with no regard to students' happiness or personal interest is a prereq for admission to Stanford. So apparently, if those two think that taking too many AP classes is not good for you, and it's one of the best colleges, I mean, that definitely says something. So that's why doing passionate things and having a clear, distinct character, that will show how mature and qualified you are to actually get into the college rather than just fill it up with AP classes. And besides, they don't want students to burn out because according to an NYU study, students lack in their college if they take too many AP classes. I mean, just because you're a gifted student and maybe you can handle on the class does not mean you can take it. Because that time taken can do something you want to do, can enhance your creativity, imagination, can make you explore new things, different things that you would have never thought of you were, instead of just knowing that you're just going to keep doing math, science, history, English for just the rest of your high school career, when it should be taken to actually doing something you would want. So, also last thing is, before letting colleges' perspectives affect us, we should already have, we should already know ourselves and have we should already have a self-identity and know what we want to do. Thank you.
Yeah.